Save this person who is close to you. Next week, they will be arrested on the charge of. Archangel Michael says, you are walking through days that seem normal on the surface, but behind your back, something terrifying is about to unfold. There is a person very close to you, someone who has trusted you with their secrets, their pain, and their truth, who is being framed for something they did not do. What's even worse, the trap has already been set, and the date has been marked. Next week, they will be arrested for a charge that will leave everyone speechless. The person who is about to be accused is unaware of the venom circling them. They are walking straight into the fire, and the hands lighting the match belong to someone they once considered a friend. This isn't an accident. This is planned, organized, and deliberately evil. Someone in power is pulling the strings. There's a document that has already been signed, and a voice has whispered false evidence into the ears of the wrong people. If you don't act, the outcome will be irreversible. This warning isn't just for attention. It's a final lifeline, because once next week begins, the clock starts ticking fast. You have just a short window to find the truth and stop the arrest from happening. Archangel Michael says the name of this person will be mentioned in a courtroom that will not be kind to them. Once the case is opened, lies will be spoken as if they were facts, and it will be hard to tell truth from fabrication. What's more, the evidence planted is dangerously convincing. This person needs to be saved, not by lawyers, not by influence, but by you. You are the only one who carries the energy, the divine force, to block this from unfolding. Something inside you has been stirring for days, telling you something is off, something is wrong. The charge they are about to face is connected to money laundering, but the truth is, they never touched the money. Someone else used their name, forged a signature, and manipulated digital records to make it look like they were behind it. The scheme was brilliantly constructed, but it's evil in its core. You need to go back to the moment last month when you overheard them talking on the phone. There was hesitation in their voice, fear hidden in their words, and now it all makes sense. That call was the beginning of the trap, and it's about to snap shut. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A person from their past re-entered their life a few weeks ago, pretending to reconcile. That person is the one who's behind this. Their motive? Revenge and financial gain. Don't ignore the signs. The car that's been parking outside their home every night. The calls from blocked numbers. The messages that vanish after being read. These are not coincidences, they are coordinated actions. They think they've covered their tracks, but you have the power to uncover what was hidden. You just need to follow the trail of confusion and manipulation. Look at the recent bank activities, listen closely to their last conversations, and you will begin to piece it together. This message is being sent to you not just for awareness, but for action. Heaven is watching to see what you will do now. The truth will either rise or remain buried depending on your next move. Type Amen to get blessing 624. Your energy, your voice, and your attention right now are stronger than any army. Archangel Michael says that even a whisper of truth released in the right moment can break the walls built by darkness. That's how powerful you are. This isn't just about saving a person. This is about preventing a divine soul from being caged by a system that was poisoned with lies. The courtroom is not ready for the truth unless someone speaks it boldly, and that someone is you. There will be a moment this week when your intuition will scream at you to do something. It might be a phone call, a conversation, or a discovery you stumble upon. When that moment happens, act on it without fear. You will soon uncover the real name of the person pulling strings behind this false arrest. Their name begins with a letter that once seemed harmless to you, but soon, it will echo like thunder in your ears. Be ready for that revelation. It will be shocking. Type Amen to get blessing 997. The one close to you has no idea they are walking on a countdown. They've been distracted, dealing with emotional exhaustion, unaware that a file has already been submitted with their name on it. Their silence has made it easier for the enemy to build a false case. The truth is, a former colleague of theirs is using a shared past incident to frame them. That colleague has access to confidential data and has been twisting records from over a year ago. The way they manipulated timestamps, codes, and documents makes it look real, but it's all fake. Your loved one is not perfect, they've made mistakes. But this isn't one of them. This charge, this arrest, this accusation, it's a complete fabrication meant to destroy their life. The trap was laid during a weekend getaway. During that trip, a certain device was planted in their bag, something containing encrypted data. That item is going to appear suddenly as part of the so-called investigation next week. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You must understand the urgency here. Once the public hears the news, it will spread like wildfire. Reputations will be destroyed, and even if truth comes out later, it will be too late. This message was shown to you because the heavens believe you are brave enough to interfere. You will have to confront some difficult truths, but you'll also expose shocking lies. Your strength will shine like fire in this storm. The arrest is scheduled for the middle of next week, but something spiritual can interrupt it. Your voice, your proof, your presence in a specific place can block this injustice. Even showing up unannounced at the wrong time can ruin their setup. Archangel Michael says this is a test of power, and you've passed tests before. You felt betrayal. You've endured loss, and now you're being called to rise again. You are being chosen to pull someone out of a trap that no one else sees. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A mysterious woman is involved in this story. She carries a calm smile but has venom in her intentions. She's the one who signed a deal in secret to have this case pushed into motion. That woman has been gathering witnesses, people who are being paid or threatened to speak lies. One of them is close to your circle. You'll be shocked to learn their name. That person is not evil, just weak and manipulated. You're going to have a dream soon, and in that dream, you'll see an envelope. That envelope carries the truth. Archangel Michael says, write down what you see in that dream. It is a divine code pointing you where to look. There is still time, but only if you act now. The case file has not yet been finalized. If you bring forward one strong proof, one contradiction, the entire thing can collapse like dust. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, the reason you're being shown all of this is because they knew you would not ignore it. They trusted you with this vision, this revelation, this burden, because your hands carry divine fire that can melt the lies. You were chosen not because of your power, but because of your heart. The woman behind the setup has already rehearsed her lies. She's pretending to be concerned for the one who will be arrested. Behind her sweet voice are hidden threats and recordings that are completely out of context. She once sat with you in the same room, sipping tea, smiling, acting as if she were harmless. But deep inside, she had already started building a wall around your loved one using bricks made from betrayal. She is the one who will testify next week, and her words will sound so believable, so rehearsed, it will chill your spine. One of the key moments in this unfolding crisis happened when a file was accessed without permission. A password was stolen, and an IP address was faked. That digital move is what triggered this case. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Someone is hiding behind a fake identity on social media, pretending to be a stranger while feeding false data to the investigators. You will soon find a connection between a newly created account and someone you already know. Look at the patterns, the wording. They always leave a digital fingerprint. The person who is about to be arrested had warned you before that they didn't feel safe. They might have said it jokingly, or with hesitation, but now you know it was their soul speaking. They sensed the danger before it took form. There's a moment that keeps replaying in your mind, an awkward pause during a conversation, a nervous glance, a strange silence. That wasn't random. That was the first ripple of what's coming. You need to prepare not just with action, but with presence. Your physical presence will block what spiritual darkness planned. You have to be at the place where it unfolds and stand like a wall of divine resistance. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There's a lawyer involved who has doubts but hasn't found the courage to speak yet. They know the case is weak, they know there's something off, but they're being pressured to move forward. If you find this person and give them a reason to pause, they will open up. This is not just a battle of humans. This is spiritual warfare wrapped in a legal costume. And the soul of the one you love is hanging in the balance of this war. You are being watched too, but not with malice. Some spiritual forces have been circling you to ensure you don't miss this call. Every dream, every whisper, every sign lately has been leading you here. You'll soon find a letter, or an email, that reveals a missing piece. It will be short, almost meaningless at first glance, but read it again and again. Between the lines is the proof you've been waiting for. Type Amen to get blessing 291. This arrest won't just affect them, it will affect you too. It will ripple into your life like a storm, pulling away peace, reputation, and opportunities. That's why you can't let it happen. You have to speak even when your voice shakes. You have to step forward even if your legs feel weak. You're not stepping alone. Archangel Michael walks beside you with a flaming sword of truth. There will be a time in the next 5 days when you'll overhear something about the case, whispered in fear or secrecy. That's your confirmation. You must act immediately after that. Look into their recent emails and messages. One specific message, received at night, holds the timeline of this entire plot. The person they trusted to keep that message private has already shared it with someone else. Type Amen to get blessing 636. There's going to be a knock on their door soon. It might come as a delivery, a friendly visit, or a simple request, but it's not what it seems. That knock is meant to confirm their presence before the arrest. The woman planning this has done it before to someone else. This isn't her first time setting up a trap like this. She thrives on making the innocent look guilty. This entire plot was designed during a weekend party in a location far from where the arrest will happen. That night, drinks were shared, fake laughter echoed, and a deal was made to ruin someone's life. Your person's name was mentioned as the target. There's still a folder that hasn't been submitted yet. If that folder remains closed for the next few days, the case won't move forward. You must find a way to delay or disable the final submission. Type Amen to get blessing 520. They once cried in silence, unsure of who to trust. That pain was their soul sensing this moment coming. They held on to your name in their heart as someone who could stand for them if the storm ever came. You need to return to a specific place, a location you both once visited and talked deeply. There, your spirit will realign, and you will hear the truth louder than ever before. That place is charged with divine memory. One of the people involved has a weakness. They crave attention. If you expose just a piece of what they did, they will panic and start spilling the rest. They're not as strong as they pretend to be. This is your calling now. This is your battle. Not because you want it, but because your soul was prepared for it before you were even born. Type Amen to get blessing 884. You're about to uncover a folder hidden in plain sight. It's either on a shared device, an old USB drive, or buried inside an app your person forgot to update. That folder contains conversations that were altered, twisted into something they never said. Once you access it, don't rush to expose it. Screenshot everything. Keep backups. Because once the plotters find out that you know, they will try to delete or deny everything. There's a man in a gray suit who has already signed off the preliminary arrest notice. He's not acting on his own. He's being paid under the table by a hidden investor who has business interests in seeing your loved one fall. But he has one fear: public exposure. You will feel a sudden urge to speak out. It might come in the middle of the night or during a conversation where everything seems calm. Follow that urge. It's not random. It's Archangel Michael placing divine fire in your throat. Type Amen to get blessing 398. There will be a day this week when things feel strangely still. That's not peace. It's the eye of the storm. They are waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They want the arrest to appear dramatic, public, and shameful. It's not just about legal punishment. It's about humiliation, destroying character, ruining legacy. But heaven sees everything and will not stay silent if you move first. You are being prepared for a confrontation. It will come without warning, possibly in a phone call or face-to-face. When it happens, you must stay calm. Your voice must not shake. They feed on fear. Someone else in your circle is already sensing this energy too. They've had strange dreams, uneasy feelings, but they don't know how to explain it. When you talk to them, don't doubt them. They're part of your spiritual defense. Type Amen to get blessing 669. The location where the arrest is planned is important. It's symbolic. They chose that spot because of something that happened years ago. Something your loved one regrets but didn't do intentionally. They want to tie the past to the present and make it look like a pattern. The police officer who will be involved is not fully aware of the deception. That's your weak point in the plan. If you reach them before the final order is carried out and whisper the truth, they will hesitate. Archangel Michael says, this is no ordinary case. There are layers of karmic energy being unraveled. Your voice is not just protecting a person, it's correcting injustice that has been echoing through timelines. You are here now not as a coincidence, but as a warrior. You might not wear armor, but your soul has shields of gold. You may look like a friend, but in this moment, you are a divine protector. Type Amen to get blessing 777 soon. Someone will try to distract you. They'll talk about something unrelated, they'll flood you with confusion, or they'll try to make you doubt your intuition. Don't fall for it. That distraction is calculated. Stick to what you know. Revisit conversations, track time stamps, compare voices. The clues are subtle, but they are everywhere once you begin to look with focused spiritual eyes. There is also a small item, either jewelry or paper, that your person misplaced recently. It was taken, not lost, and it's being used as part of the case. That object is being photographed as evidence. You need to ask them about it. Don't let them brush it off. Help them remember where they last saw it. That will lead you to a trail they forgot even existed. Type Amen to get blessing 999 this coming Thursday is crucial. Energetically, something will align. Either the accuser will slip, or a hidden truth will surface, but only if you are present and paying attention. You will receive a message around that time. The message may seem like nonsense or sarcasm, but read between the words. Someone will unintentionally reveal the timeline of the setup. There's a second person behind the scene, a quiet planner who hasn't shown their face yet. This person is more dangerous than the woman because they don't seek attention, they seek control. They're the mastermind. Archangel Michael says, your spirit will identify them the moment you hear their voice. It will feel like ice slicing through your bones. That's your sign. Trust it, and act quickly. Type Amen to get blessing 212 in the background. There is a bank transaction that seems normal but is filled with deception. It involves a small amount of money, on purpose, to avoid raising suspicion. But that small deposit is tied to a fake account used to plant evidence. Find that transaction. It happened in the last 3 weeks. Trace where it came from, and who authorized it. It's the key to pulling this entire plot apart. Also, there's an old friend of yours who once had a falling out with this person. They've resurfaced quietly, pretending to forgive and reconnect. But their timing is no accident. They're being used as a carrier of misinformation. You need to approach them not with anger, but with sharp awareness. Let them speak. They will unknowingly hand you a thread that unravels everything. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The news will spread fast once the arrest is made public. People will turn their backs, opinions will change, and silence will grow louder. That's what the plotters are counting on, public abandonment. But if you speak before that moment, the story will flip. You'll create enough doubt to stop the wave of lies. Even a whisper of truth at the right moment can collapse a false empire. This is not just justice, it's restoration. Your person has carried guilt for things they didn't do for years. And this is your moment to release them from spiritual chains placed by wicked people. This is your calling. Rise to it, not for applause, not for validation, but because no one else sees what you see. Type Amen to get blessing 300. The day they plan to strike is closer than you think. They are counting down every hour, positioning every lie like a chess piece. And the person they're coming for is already walking into their trap with no idea it's been set. Their movements are being monitored. A certain phone call they made has been recorded and twisted to sound like a confession. But that call was about something entirely different. It's been edited. You must ask them what calls they remember making recently. Help them recall every detail, especially one that felt emotionally heavy. That's the one they've manipulated. Archangel Michael says that the next step is clarity. You will soon receive a powerful flash of spiritual awareness, as if a veil is removed from your eyes. When that moment happens, take immediate action. It's your divine green light. Type Amen to get blessing 456. There's a person pretending to be neutral, pretending to not take sides. But they're feeding information to both camps. They are the leak. You will soon see them hesitate during a conversation, or suddenly go quiet when a certain name is mentioned. That person is being paid or promised something in return for silence. But their silence is louder than any noise. They're helping bury an innocent person. They must be confronted gently, with spiritual force behind your words. You will find a notebook or digital file that contains half-truths. It will seem like harmless notes, but it's a draft of the false narrative being spread. The moment you see it, your heart will know. Do not let it go. Archive it. Make copies. Protect it like fire, because in a few days, they'll try to destroy that proof once they sense that you're getting too close. Type Amen to get blessing 119. This week is not like any other week. Spiritually, it holds a vibration of exposure and reversal. What was meant to bring destruction can be turned into a breakthrough, if you follow your inner voice without delay. Your connection to the one who is about to be arrested is not just emotional, it is spiritual. You were bonded by something that happened in the past, something sacred, something painful. That moment prepared you for this battle. They need you now, not just as a friend or loved one, but as a shield. You may be the only one left who believes in their innocence. And that belief is going to echo into divine justice. Archangel Michael says, speak their name with power. Speak it into protection. Declare it safe, declare it clean, and declare that no false authority will chain them. Type Amen to get blessing 737. You may soon find yourself being called to a location you didn't expect to go to. Go. Don't question it. That location will reveal a clue, a person, a file, a look, that you couldn't have accessed otherwise. Everything is connected. Even that strange feeling you had last week, when your skin tingled and your thoughts grew cloudy, that was your soul reacting to the approaching betrayal. You were being warned. They want the public to believe this person is greedy, dishonest, and manipulative. But the real liar is hiding behind clean clothes and polite smiles. That false image is about to break. You'll hear someone laugh casually at a serious topic. That laugh isn't humor, it's cruelty wrapped in disguise. That's your signal to dig deeper into their role in this plan. Type Amen to get blessing 646. The legal paperwork contains something flawed. A detail that seems minor, a misspelled name, a wrong date, a repeated line, something that exposes its rushed creation. That flaw is your tool. Use it. You will meet someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. That person knows more than they've ever shared. Ask the right question. Don't force, just let the silence speak. They'll reveal the missing link. This case was never about justice. It was always about destruction and control. The goal was never to find the truth. It was to punish someone who refused to bow to the wrong forces. You are their defense in the spirit before you ever step into a courtroom. Your boldness can turn this storm into a testimony, but you have to move like fire, fast, focused, and full of divine rage. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Even the phone you're using right now carries energy that's being watched. Someone has been trying to intercept messages. Be mindful of who you speak to and how. Keep crucial details offline if you can. You will have a dream within the next 72 hours. That dream will not make full sense at first, but it's not meant to. Write down every detail immediately. It will come back to help you in the moment of confrontation. Their enemies are playing with time, twisting past and present events to create a false future. But divine time is stronger. You are aligned with truth, and truth bends reality. Don't fear making mistakes. The spiritual realm doesn't expect perfection. It expects courage. And your courage is being recorded like thunder in heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The real enemy fears your influence. That's why they've been quiet around you, avoiding your eyes, staying out of reach. They know that if you rise, their plan will fall. Look for inconsistencies. A location that doesn't match a story. A timeline that doesn't make sense. Someone will say too much, and that's when you act. The arrest will not just happen, it will be performed. Cameras might be nearby. News may be alerted. They want this moment to go viral for a reason. But if you can stop it before it reaches that stage, you will not only save someone you care about, you will shut down a dark system trying to use shame as a weapon. Type Amen to get blessing 123.